Morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, and welcome to OnPassive Heroes. Every Sunday, same time, we welcome you once again. I'll take this opportunity to welcome all the LC leaders in the house, our Heroes team, and everyone in the house. My name is Joycelyn Dovo from Manchester, UK, and I'm going to be your moderator today. We will get to questions and answers later, but then we got a few things that we need to go through with you before question and answers. So during this time, you can write down all your questions and we give you the opportunity to ask all your questions. And once again, welcome. And also congratulations to all the founders in the house. Finally, we made it. Congratulations to everyone. I'll use this opportunity also to thank the Heroes leadership team for working as a team up to date. Thank you very much, guys. I love you guys. I could not have done it without you guys. Also, our tech team, thank you very much. Anteline, you and your guys, thank you. We love you so much. Thank you very much. Don't know if Red Reference is in the house. If it's not here yet, we will hand over to the tech team to take over first. And then whenever Red comes in, he can give us some update. So over to you, tech team.
Hello, Sister Jocelyn. Hello, everyone. I think I'm going to speak on behalf of my fellow brothers today. Good to see you, Brother Tony, Andy, Anteline, everybody. Greetings from Bel Air. I'm speaking to you from Bel Air, Maryland. Bel Air is just about 30 miles north of Baltimore. Baltimore is a big city around me. It's a beautiful day here today, actually. Very nice outside. So it's a pleasure, actually, really pleasure for me being here. So throughout the weekend, we talked about OnPassive, where we are the next chapter. So I'm just going to give a recap on behalf of all my brothers of what we were saying throughout the weekend. Is that fair, Sister Jocelyn? Okay, all right. So as we all know, these are some really exciting times for all of us, for OnPassive, for all of us. That rumble that we've been hearing from the distance is coming closer and closer, and we can really hear the noise. You know, it's here. These are very exciting times. So it's a real pleasure to be a founder, to finally make it in before they shut the door. But as you all know, throughout the weekend, we have been expressing this profound gratitude to some folks, especially those who were here before. I know my brother Tony Monk, you've heard their name all throughout the weekend, but we are thanking you and Mr. Redfern and Mr. Peter Rogers, Cindy Hopkins, Jeffrey Mollock, all those who were here before. Those of you who caught this dream with Mr. Ash, there was nothing. Tony, you've told us a few times, there was nothing, there was no website, there was no name. You know, you just bought the dream of, I think it was, you said it was a video or a couple of audio messages that you heard. Can you guys believe that? These folks just listened to a vision, an ambition, and they bought into it, and they kept that flame going on for all of us to come on board. They kept the flame going on, so as long enough for us to also come and light our candle. So we say this, all of us, my tech brothers, to you, Tony, and the rest that I've mentioned. If I didn't mention your name and you were here since 2018, we thank you. We say this with profound gratitude, you know, for having kept it long enough for us to come in and also keep this flame burning, such that a lady, the last founder to join OnPassive, is a lady called Batina Lakshmi Devi of India. She came in at my time was 3:09, which is 12:09 Pacific time. That's the last founder. That's the greatest, the most luckiest person on earth is Batina Lakshmi Devi. So I just wanted to shout out her name. And as you all know, it is fair for us to say that we have about 1 million unique founders in OnPassive. You know, when everything is said and done, some Ash Mufara has said that there's going to be some filtering, but as a matter of uniqueness, the number of founders, I would say we are somewhere around 1 million of us. And Mr. Mufara has consistently told us that things are going to move fast throughout the past year. And each time he said that, my personal milestone was the closing of the founding position. So it is fair for us to say that right now, anything can happen. I've talked with my brother Oliver and my other tech brothers, Vincent and Collins. We assess that anything can happen at any time right now, you know. And one of the things that our founder, Mr. Ash Mufara, told us in this next chapter, he was very emphatic. Actually, he summoned us, all of us, every single one of us. And I'm just going to paraphrase him and read exactly what he said in our last 360 meeting with our brothers, Madi, Red, and Chris. He said the upcoming days are really promising, exciting and thrilling in a way. I invite every founder who has an account to tune in, to plug in with the right mentality, with the right mindset, because those of us who are in are those who have bought in the vision will have the right mindset. So come in with that right mindset. There is no price. You don't have anything to pay. You are coming in to get, because it's going to be compounding. You know, Mr. Ash likes to compound stuff. It's going to be compounding information. So if you blink, you miss it, you stay out of loop for a couple of days, you might miss significant information, you know. So he said that even those who are just coming in the past few hours, or those who have been here for 20 months, or those who have been here for 3 years, we should all tune in. That is what Mr. Ash is asking all of us to do. And he said that we're going to be relying in our back office. Remember that now there's no more webinars for the public, for people to join. We have enough, more than enough, he says. We've had more than enough founders for a while, but he kept it open for certain legal reasons and others, just so that we shut it down on time. So we don't need more founders. We don't need webinars to bring in people. So there will be less webinars, and now information is going to trickle in through the back office. That's where the most information, the most relevant information is going to come from. So he's asking all of us to at least come to your back office, get plugged in, so you can get the necessary information. You know, he told us about a blog, our new blog. We have a new blog, which I implore every founder to go check it out. A new blog, and of course, we have our weekly new version of our website. We should go check it out. We should also, you know, these our developers, our technicians in Hyderabad, they are doing a marvelous job. So we should also pay them that respect by going to the blog and looking and clicking. We're also beta testing. We're also testing the system. So by going to the blog, you know, we are also testing it and, you know, giving them our respect for what they are doing. And I went to the blog, actually, fellow founders. I went to the blog and I found some very useful information, actually. As a matter of fact, right now, OnPassive is already giving value to people, to people out there. Those who are small business men and women, right now, if you go to the back office, you see there's information there that can help your business right now as we speak. You know, there's information about artificial intelligence and the importance, why AI is important to your business. If you go to the old founders section of the blog, you see information about, you know, how AI can help your business. You know, you find skills for operations management in your business, how you can manage your business. You find other business growth secrets. So they are giving that information right now. Is in the blog section of our, you know, when you go to the blog. And then if you go to the category section, you look at information. There's a lot of information about artificial intelligence, about blockchain, about digital marketing, you know, data analytics and visualization, and then upcoming technology trends. So Ash Mufara is actually telling us already, giving us information of where we're going to in the next years or so. If you go to that section, if you are interested, you are inquisitive, you get, like I went there and I saw the next trend is robotic. There's something called robotic process automation as a service. So that is the next trend now, automating tasks, you know. So I'm sure that's the direction that Mr. Ash is going to be taking also. When you go back to the blog, you'll find out very useful information that can not only help you, but also if you have a small business right now, it can help you enhance your business. And of course, our website, just look at the website. You know, the website is beautifully done. Every week, We have a new cut, and I think he said that we have more developers now that have come in. Very shortly, it's going to be daily. So we should also, go back there, send the traffic, the load to the website so that we see how much it can handle, handle our traffic that's getting back there. Mr. Ash, something also happened during this past weekend, before the founding positions were closed. Our systems held. We're looking at it now from a technical perspective, from the tech side. Our systems held. The elasticity of the scalability of our systems was tested and it held. Our entire infrastructure, that means our network, our routers, our hubs, our switches, our databases, our systems, our applications, they were all tested to the maximum and they held. There was no blink. They did not blink. Our data center held. There was no blink. As a matter of fact, I myself, at that late stretch, I was testing, I signed up a few, accounts, and there was no latency. I mean, no matter how many, remember the volume, there were like 30,000 people coming in a day, imagine that load in the system. There was zero latency, zero delay, nothing. The system acted like nothing happened. So that tells us that we have a state-of-the-art system. Our system is a 21st century AI system, So Mr. Ash also talked about we're getting the next phase. We're getting our products, the next chapter, we're getting our products ready for the market. We have our products, everything he said, the ones that are ready. We have professionals now. It's going to be delivered by professionals. We have professional teams that are out there that are going to be dropping these products. There's not going to be a webinar as we've been doing before, where you come, professionals are going to come in, they're going to release it in video clips and stuff like that. So everything now is professionally done. We've passed that phase where, we are trying to make ends meet. No, right now it's all pro. And then he also talked about a new force of leaders. There's going to be we're going to have some kind of a new force of leaders that are going to be collaborating for communication purposes, to make sure that things are done professionally, the OnPassive way. Remember, OnPassive is the biggest company that has ever existed or will exist in this world. So everything from now on, the next chapter is professionally done, including, I believe, communication within us, amongst us. And then he insisted also on compliance. Compliance. You see, every day or every week until Lynn is reading, we should start from ourselves, from us. Just simply adhering to rules and regulations that have been stipulated by the company. A webinar, rules and ethics and things like that. Also, we will advise everybody to go back and read their NDA. Mr. Ash was very clear. Things are not on his hands anymore. The compliance team is going to handle any issues, So Mr. Ash has been very good in saying that, oh, okay, let that go. He's a nice guy, pretty cool dude. He has let a lot of things go, but right now we are now in that next phase. So please let us adhere to simple rules and regulation and compliance. The first thing that we'll advise everyone to do is to go back to the back office and read that NDA to understand exactly what your role is, what the company's role is, and stuff like that. And then I want to address a statement as well that we oftentimes, I think we misunderstand or we miscommunicate it, and I believe all of us here are guilty of that, every single one of us, where we are saying that it's all passive, it's all done for you, so I don't have to do anything. That's a statement that I believe all of us have made. We are guilty of that somehow. It is true, it is true. It is a true statement, but we have misconstrued that statement. It is true that OnPassive is all done for you. OnPassive as a system. OnPassive, the system is automated, is driven by artificial intelligence, automated and integrated. Yes. OnPassive is going to go out, find customers for you, bring the customers to you, credit their wallet, do everything that you need to do, do marketing campaigns. Everything is going to be done for you. Yes, that is true. But you as the founder, you have a role to play. You must know what is going on. You must know how to log into your back office. You must know how to establish your wallet. You must know how to activate your account. You must know what's going on. It's like you have your business and you don't know what products you're selling. You don't know anything about your business. No, we are saying that OnPassive is all done for you. It is automated and everything is good. But you as a founder, as an owner, remember you have your business, you have your domain and your website running on it with all the products of OnPassive. Very soon, pretty quickly, all of us are going to be known everywhere. So as a founder, somebody will walk up to you and ask you, what are the products what you sell, what do you have? We should be able to at least just basically, in a nutshell, explain what we are selling, what you have. So it is a good thing. And I think if anything we can get from Mr. Ash this past on Thursday when he came out at 360 is that we should get engaged. That was the word he used, get engaged, all of us. And then lastly, before I send it back to you, Sister Jocelyn, I know my brother Vincent, he spoke about this better than anybody could. When we talked about, he explained what the virtual office and the back office, we should understand that our founder is saying that it is called the back office. And it is. Let's not even complicate it. Let's look at it logically from a layman's perspective. A back office versus a virtual office. From your back office, you have physical products. You have digital products. The products, people are going to subscribe and buy those products, right? You're going to earn income from those products. You are going to be able to buy physical goods, things, cars, houses. You're going to spend vacations and all that. That is from your back office. If you translate that to a virtual office, you see, can you buy a virtual house? Can you buy a virtual car? You know what I mean? So I think Vincent put it well, that we should be humble enough, to accept what the founder of this company is asking us to call the back office as the back office. So I'll send it back to you, Sister Jocelyn. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Brother Bob. I don't know how you do it. Seriously, I attended all these webinars. Yeah, as soon as we close, the brain is empty. I can't remember anything. But it looked like you are just reading from the screen, but you are not. I don't know how you guys do it. Seriously. Well done. Well done. I'm impressed. Thank you very much, Brother Bob. That was a very good update. I don't know if your brothers got something to say. Brother Collins, Brother Vincent, Brother Oliver, we got something else to add on it? Or
no, I think we should just move on.
Okay, thanks, bro. Thank you. So now we got time with Brother Andy. Brother Andy, to give us safe. He's always happy. Go on there, bro.
What I wanted to do today was a little bit about the sales side of it. As you all know, I'm not particularly technically minded, but I do understand a little bit more about what people use, what people need. So today, I'm just going to look at it from a self-employed small business opportunity. And look at the things within the company that we have that would help them make more sales, boost their business. Now, everybody here knows a company online. Every single one of us have used a company online. Every single one. And if you're like me, you get lots of spam emails or lots of emails from lots of different companies offering lots of different things. So first and foremost, specific targeted traffic. Now, everybody understands pay-per-click, which is haphazard at best. The return on investment, if you like, as Tony has mentioned in previous webinars, is generally between 1% and 2% potentially. So if you get 100 people open your email, you're going to get 1 or 2 potential sales, possibly. Okay, so specific targeted traffic is going to mean that using the email facilities that we've got, first and foremost, it doesn't go into spam, which means the open rate is far greater. So the return on investment should be higher if you have an email list. And if you're in business and you have a small business, a one-man band, whatever, you've got to get customers from somewhere. So when you put together a capture page, for instance, oh, by the way, OnPassive does that and makes it simple because it's AI driven. And you've got your website built. Oh, by the way, that OnPassive does that and can register your domain name and hold that for you as well. And make it easier for you to build a website. But when you start getting specific targeted traffic, which you can drive, by the way, if you give OnPassive a little bit of cash to drive towards your website, if you're self-employed, then you're going to get business coming in. So you're going to be building an email list. That email list is unlimited with OnPassive. With the likes of Aweber and GetResponse, you pay more for every chunk of people or extra people that come on board. So if it's 1,000, you pay a certain amount. If it's 5,000, you pay a certain amount. There's no limit with OnPassive. So that's another opportunity. You can track your sales. You can track where your market comes from, the demographics of it, the ages, the regions, the areas, etc. So you've got a tracker. So all of these things are under one roof and one single sign-on, but specific targeted traffic, we digress a little bit. So specific targeted traffic. So if you're self-employed and you're getting specific targeted traffic, you're going to boost your business. Nice and simple, nice and straightforward. But how many other products within the portfolio that we've got would you actually use? Well, you'd probably register a domain name, you'd probably build a website, you'd probably use the tracker, you'd use the email system, you'd probably use the OConnect to speak to customers if you needed to. You've got OPeer to speak to your friends and colleagues within the businesses or representatives from other companies, etc. So how do you then use this system to bring more customers in? So for instance, if you're taking on an email and a customer's looking at what you've got on offer, let's say for argument's sake that you sell technical services and those technical services need you to speak to customers, you're going to use OConnect. But when you take that customer through potentially a sale, before you do that, you can say to the customer, look, let's use OConnect. Here's a free trial. That's a potential customer for you. And you've got a residual income based on that, whether he buys your technical services or not. But how many others is he going to then speak to? Okay, now, again, from financial services point of view, we're all self-employed and there are lots of us within companies all around the globe. So OPeer is a good one. OConnect is even better because you're going to be able to have hundreds of people on a call at the same time. And there are generally, certainly one of the larger companies has got somewhere in the region of 10,000 consultants worldwide in 80 odd different countries. So they have an office in 80 different countries. Now, OPeer is perfect from the point of view that they then have an opportunity to be able to speak to the managers. So that's one group. Then the consultants, that's another group. But if you're in Africa, for instance, you may have trouble with bandwidth. So again, the AI technology pushes bandwidth to you so that you can remain on the call. These are all little ideas. So every single company that you know or have come across online or offline in a simple one-man business around the corner, like a hairdresser or a small restaurant, you can take OnPassive to them. And it might be an idea to get some business cards done that says, we have some ideas that might be of interest. Take a look at this website. Nice and simple, nice and straightforward. You don't have to sell anything. You just hand cards out. Now, if they take this up, then you can teach them how to then become a reseller so that they then can get more customers in and get paid to use the services that they originally signed up to use. How cool is that? Back to you, Jocelyn.
Thank you, brother Andy. Indeed, you are a salesman. Thank you very much. That was very good. Mati Digamo is in the house. Hi, bro. How you doing? I can see your hands going there.
Hello.
Hello, Marty.
Hello. Hello, everybody.
Hello. Welcome to the house, Marty.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. We are just about to go to Q&A. Later, we will, either myself or Sister Comfort will give a call on one of the UK team leadership leaders to give us some updates about our event, our first time ever event happening next week, Saturday. So later we'll give them opportunity to give us some update. I will hand over to our two sisters, Sister Comfort and Sister Fumi, to take us through the Q&A. Over to you, sisters.
Funmi is needs to be made co-host. I see her. She's under Olufunmi Layo.
Ooh, that means we have, yeah. Sister, who is the host?
Grace.
Sister Grace, if you can hear us, can you make Sister Fumi a co-host, please?
And
otherwise,
Oliver Fontaine needs to be made co-host as well, please.
So, Sister Fumi is already host.
Okay.
What about Maddie? Maddie is supposed to be co-host also, please.
They are already co-hosts, please.
Yes.
Okay. Excellent.
Sister Fumi as well.
She's
Yes.
already.
Yes, she is.
All right, that's fine.
Over to you, ladies.
Thank you, Sister Jocelyn.
Okay, thank you, Sister Fumi. Are you there?
Yes, I am here.
Carry on, carry on.
Okay.
You say hi first. Okay.
Good evening, good morning, good day from myself, Olufunmilayo Williams. I know most of you know me as Fumi Williams, which is shorter, but this is Olufunmilayo Williams, abiding by the rules of the Code of Conduct, Olufunmilayo Williams. So you are welcome to the Q&A. Please, 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 please. Today is going to be a bit different, and we will definitely take hands up, but we have a different scenario today. So please be patient with us, and not to forget, we are not taking any support questions, okay? We just want to bask in the momentum of what happened from Thursday up till this moment, and that is what we are basking in. We have questions that we've collated from people that have listened or watched the seminar or listened to the 360 from Thursday, the OTEC Brother Friday Night Live, and also P&G as well. So please, no support questions. If you want to ask questions, virtual hand or physical hand, and then you can put your questions in the chat box. Sister Comfort.
Okay, thank you, sis. Greetings once again, dear family. It's always a joyful moment being here at the right place at the right time for the right reason. Once again, congratulations to us all for striking or hitting a milestone last Wednesday, the 22nd of June, 2022. That was historic indeed. And thank you, congratulations to all of us who have trusted, who saw this vision, who joined in, and we have had the faith, and we've taken the leap of faith, and we are moving right to where we are now. And guys, you know where the excitement comes from. The most of the excitement is the fact that, in spite of the fact that we're celebrating a milestone, Mr. Ash Mufare says we've got no clue. We've got just one tiny bit of idea of what is awaiting us. Who is not excited? So this is the moment, and we are here to dig deep down. Sister Fumi, if you would allow me, I want to acknowledge the presence of our best boy in the house.
I guess I know who that is.
Marty Bigamo, best boy, is a slang word in Pidgin, which just means our best friend, our buddy, and you can call it however. So Marty, thank you for the good job. Thank you for being there and all the support. Thank you, tech team. Thank you, Auntie Lynn, the power woman. Actually, I personally nominate you the power woman of the week, of the month, of the year, because managing 5 hefty men every weekend is not a joke. Thank you, Auntie Lynn. So guys, before we move on, Marty, if you can, please kindly show up now and just give us a quick overview, anything, even how do you feel? Tell us. Wednesday was that historic day that everybody was like, oh my God. So how do you feel, Marty? Let's start with you and see how it goes.
Okay, well, that's a loaded question. It's a hard one to answer. When I first got into OnPassive, I didn't know what it was all about, right? I never listened to those tapes that everybody talks about. I got in because I heard from Red and Peter, and we just took off. And I thought in my mind, if this is 10% of what they said it is, that's good enough for me, because I've been doing this so long. If it's 10% as good as I thought it would be, there's nothing like it. And I got together with Dan and Mike, and we set up a game plan, set up a system, set up OnPassive Nation, and we slammed the pedal to the floor and went. Now, we didn't know where we were going, but we were going as fast as we could.
Yeah.
Now, as time went on, we're learning more, and I'm finding out that, wow, this is pretty good size. Now, somewhere about 4 or 5 months after we got in is when Ash decided we're going to go from that marketing platform to what we see today. That was the beginning. Almost just a few months after we started. And then I'm starting to see, holy cow, this is not what I thought it was, but it's even better. So I thought the reason we pushed it so hard was the first time in 15 years that I knew if I looked in Comfort's eyes or Bob or Karina or anybody here, that if I tell you I'm going to help you, I am. And for 15 years, I said that and I lied. Not on purpose, I thought I could. But you find out in all these MLMs that you hear about, it's out for the 1.5%, 2%. And that's all it ever will be. So the people that are fortunate enough to spend 10 hours, 15 hours a day solid learning this game of MLM, they're the only ones that even have a chance. No one else has a chance. It doesn't matter what you're told. I don't care if Tony Robbins tells you. It's not true. You cannot make it unless you really know what you're doing and you have a team of people knowing what you're doing. So I know this is a long answer, but I'll try to be quick. When I saw that Ashley Farah made it so that, Collins and all of you guys here and Oliver and Bob and Marcianne and Peter Rogers and myself are all going to be expert marketers. We're going to be expert at what we do. Why? Because we don't have to do it. You have to get in. All Ash asks for, I want you to trust me, and I want you to have patience. And I'm going to take the whopping $97, which I've never seen $97 more valuable than I have it on Passive. People think they deserve the Taj Mahal for it. But for the $97 that I gave 3.5 years ago, he gave me the opportunity to meet people all around the world, like here, build a team that I've always dreamt of building. I haven't built my team in 1.5 years because I switched from there to trying to help as many people as I can, because that's what I wanted to do. I believe in the old saying, if you want what you want, help everybody get what they want. And it works. Trust me, it works. You focus on others and the light back on you is triple, even if you don't like it. I did not get in to be leadership council. I don't care about that crap. I got in because I thought to make a difference. I never met a man like Mr. Mufar. Never. And I know I call him crazy in front of thousands of people, only because my vocabulary is limited and I couldn't think of another word to call him. But I did it under respect because he's crazy good. He's going to change lives around the world. People will wake up months to come, look in their back office and be crying because they can't believe what they have. I'm telling you. And it'll be the first time ever. Now, last Wednesday, I knew we were building this momentum. About a month ago, 2 months ago, there was a conversation. It doesn't matter who was involved, but when we hit 1 million, do we stop? And there was a debate, yeah, stop. My idea was no, don't, because if you don't, if you stop at 1 million and it took 5 months to launch the company, that's 5 months of this medium, what's going on. And when people's minds have too much time to think, they do dumb things, including myself.
Right.
So if there's always momentum of building, even if you don't want to build, you're still bringing in new people. Things are happening. I knew when the day came that Ash said, stop, that we are turning a chapter. That was the biggest day of OnPassive so far. And Collins last night said it freaking perfect. It's the only, I called Ash, I text Ash a few hours before the shutdown on the East Coast. I said, hey, how you doing? He goes, well, we've got thousands of people joining every minute. And I'm going to shut it down in an hour. No company in the planet closes the door to customers. But Ash did it. He went slam. Why? Because he wanted the value of the founders to be more than just people. Because he knows that in a year's time, we'll be less than 1% of the whole company. Then he looks at a founder, and a founder's a founder. Do I think everybody will be a founder in 5 years that's a founder today? No. Why? Because they won't fill the criteria of being a founder. You guys know who you are, who care. You're here every week. You're a founder. The ones you're begging to go to webinars and you got to pay attention and please plug in and please, that's not a founder. That's somebody that has a label and for the grace of God got in OnPassive. They're going to do great. But the founder position is much more valuable than we think it is, I believe, even myself. And I think it's unbelievable. But when he stopped it on that day, it was a weird feeling because I knew that meant it's time to move on. What's coming next? He's going to get products together and he's going to start selling them. When he sells them, commissions are going to come out. Now, I know everybody wants this ribbon cutting and balloons go up in the air and that's the launch. This beast has been launched for weeks. When you saw the Burj Khalifa, we are launching. I know we keep looking at like other companies and you can't do that. It's too big. So we're going to have phases of launch. When you see packages come out and they start selling them, people start getting paid. Another booster rocket goes off and shoves us even higher. Then another package comes out. He gets together with people. He has launches of other products. He brings in more information of the doctors and scientists that he's bringing in. There will be a ceremonial launch of OnPassive. I'm sure of that. But the actual launch has been going, will be going for a long, long time. Don't look at dates and say, oh, I'm not getting this until that happens. That's not true. We're going to get what we have coming. We're going to get a lot more than we deserve. That's for darn sure. And I spent 12 to 16 hours a day on this for 3.5 years, 7 days a week, every week. Not because of that day or today, but for tomorrow and how many people we could get in it. We all did our best getting in who we could. And I told people, oh, Marty, I got this guy. I can't talk him into it. And the lady goes, I don't know. Listen to me. I said this the other night. There was much better speakers than everybody here on this planet. One was Martin Luther King. One was Jesus Christ. Another one was Moses. People told all of them, you don't know what you're talking about. So don't feel so bad when people tell you, because I'm only Marty, okay? So you do the best you can. You share it and you move on. We are in for the ride of our life. And people say, what do we do now? What we do now is we have hundreds of thousands of people that don't know what's going on. I hate to say that, but it's fact. The core guys, I mean, the tech guys have been around long enough, strolling around to see there's a lot of people, and you guys know, the women know, there's thousands of people out there that have no idea what's going on in OnPassive. So I think until we start making so much money, you don't want to listen to me. We bring people in closer and tighter to us. Because the tighter the core, the bigger the core, the better the team, the better the team, the better the company. So that's what we do now. We just share and do what we can. But that date meant a lot to me because it always seemed like it was going to be tomorrow. And then one day it came and you're like, oh, that's creepy, right? You're sitting there going, oh, it's real. Next day I got up and I pushed on that tab to be a founder and it said, ouch, too late. And then I knew, I went, oh, wow, this is for real. But to show you what a man is, Mr. Mapara, he shut the door on thousands of people getting in because he made up his mind. This is the date. This is when it's going to happen. But he told me, he goes, this has never happened in the history of any company in the world, ever. There's no doubt about it. Even these jackasses out there doing videos bad-mouthing the company. Oh, they don't really have $1 million. Oh, they don't have, listen. And one other thing that the tech guys brought up, all of them did. The company never blinked. With thousands of people joining and thousands of us checking in to see how big the numbers getting, nothing blinked. It didn't even hesitate. That's the company we're in. I'm telling you, I was in 30 launches, 29 of them crashed. And the one that made it, 6 months, the company was out of business. So none of them made it long term. We had more people fluctuating on Wednesday and Tuesday and Wednesday than most companies get in the entire world. Then when asked was asked, how much does the company spend? We spend more in one day than most companies spend in a lifetime of their existence. And people saying, I want to launch. You don't think Ask wants to bring money in? Of course he does. But thank God he wants the best first. He wants value. Because if you have the best, I keep telling people, oh, we don't mention anything about money. Ask talks about money every day, but he doesn't say money. Flour, milk, eggs, and a little bit of water. You mix it up and put it in the oven 3 hours. That's a damn cake. You add up all the stuff of OnPassive, it's apples. Tons and tons of apples. You don't have to say apples. You plant an apple tree, apples are coming. You don't have to talk about it. And that's what he did. He planted a business like this for all of us. We have no idea what we're in. Some of us know because we're smiling right now, but it's even better than that. So yeah, Wednesday was a big deal. I know I answered it and it only took me 45 minutes, but no, it's a big deal. It was life-changing.
That's OnPassive for you, Marty.
Yes.
Sis, before I hand over the mic, can I quickly comment on what Marty just said, please?
Yes.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much, Marty. You know, you said, I was just giggling because the 22nd of June caught some people up back, just like in the days of Noah. However, I believe that anybody who was supposed to be in this ark is already in, and that's just it. However, on this note, Marty, we believe that your humility has won the heart of every 1.5 million founders of OnPassive, including even that of the CEO. And we say thank you. Keep on doing what you are doing. You're a best friend to every founder of OnPassive. Sis, over to you.
Okay. I know Bob talked about this, but I want him to explain this again. Yes, everything is done for you in OnPassive. Where do we go from now? That is the question. And it is true, but Amati said it. He said there are a lot of founders that don't even have a clue of where back office is, let alone what they're supposed to be doing. So the question is, how do the founders right now, especially those that are not engaged, where do they go from here? How do they get engaged? what is the meaning of getting engaged? What do they need to do? What are the activities they need to do for them to understand the meaning of them getting engaged, and for them to know that, yes, system OnPassive is going to definitely drive traffic, do all the closure of customers, everything, and just pay money into your account, but you have a job to do because it is your personal business. It's not going to be OnPassive's personal business because it's going to be all those sales are going to be coming from your website. So what do the founders do? The ones that are not plugged in, including the ones that are also plugged in. So that's the question. If you can elaborate on that, please.
Okay, sure. And
Yes.
my brothers can chime in if they feel so. Well, for those who are lost, right? Of course, right now that we have a lot of our friends, some of them came in, they just say, oh, they thought they were doing us a favor. Like pretty quickly, they're going to realize that, oh, this was bigger than I thought. And then, we advise them to reach out to your sponsor. The first thing you want to do is for those who are totally lost, who don't know where to start, you reach out to your sponsor. If your sponsor is also lost and does not know, because there's a chance that you drop in somebody and the person brought somebody who, maybe it's around the 5th generation of that, So you just figure out your way up and get to the person who can direct you to how you get to your back office. And then, we have to, the CEO was very clear in his speech to us on 360. You get engaged, meaning it is in the back office that information is going to be disseminated from now. I don't know if maybe there will be some webinars where people will be explaining how you navigate. We've done that for the entire maybe 2 or 3 years now. Now we are in the next phase. What is the next phase? The products, sales, commissionable sales, how you get to connect yourself to your wallet and things like that. So everybody who is coming in now, or those who are lost, they have to figure out a way to get to the top, to one of us, and we'll try to help them, navigate them through the system. But they have to get plugged in. You have to get plugged in somehow.
Apart from them going to their back offices, what definitely from what was said over the weekend, where you was talking about them going not just to
I just want to let you know you have a lot of scratchy feedback, which is interfering with what you're saying. Maybe your mic needs to be adjusted. It's hard to hear you.
Hold on, let me.
Thank you for your patience. Funmi's adjusting her audio so that we can hear her better.
Can you hear me better?
Yeah.
Yes, I think better. Thank you, Funmi. You can proceed, Funmi.
Okay, yeah, sis, all right. Thank you, guys. Well, are you ready now, sis? Can you hear? All right, guys, sorry about that, and thank you for your patience. Of course, things do happen. A lot is happening. There's excitement and stuff like that. And at times, if we do things in a hit and miss, let's just enjoy the fun, let's ride in the confusion and everything and move on. So while we wait for our sister to come, I would like to acknowledge the presence of our best friend in the house, Jim Bell, as he raises his hand. Let's quickly hear, because I know he's excited to say something very interesting. So I've just asked you to unmute. Bro.
I can't hear anybody. I can't hear anything.
There you go. How's it going, everybody?
Doing great. Thanks. Welcome.
I will start with Founders Go, the OnPassive way, built by design.
Yoo-hoo!
Now, in reflection to what Marty was saying there about the apple tree. Well, it's just not one apple tree, it's an orchard. And as far as getting engaged that means going into your back office, just going in there and playing around with it. Like I use the email there quite a bit. So that's being engaged, staying up to date, attending some of the corporate webinars like the OnPassive 360, the round table. Those ones are important. So that's basically what I wanted to say. We have an orchard here, not just one tree, we have an orchard. Thanks.
No, thank you so much, Jim Bell. I
Yes,
like the idea of an orchard, and this makes my excitement even a bit more. Thank you. Bro, you want to add something? Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, Sister Comfort, you know, and this is something that I've been talking to our own small team at the O-Winners. I'm employing all of us here, those of us who are engaged, you know, we have to also know that to expect what is coming. A lot of the people that we've introduced OnPassive to, who didn't really take it seriously, they are going to come now. So we should also have that patience to deal with them, to bring them in. That's the Ash Mufara way, you know.
Right.
We should also know that we have the duty to also help them, hold them along, to bring them in.
That's very important, bro. I'm just happy that you brought this up, because what we know is that the moment you are signed in, you automatically become a leader, and you need to help whoever's coming from behind. That's just the way to go. Thank you so much for bringing this up. Sister Funmi, are you ready now? All right, let's move on while we wait, because of course there's much to say. She will always fit in anytime she's ready. So you know, this is important, and I'm happy that Marty is here. If you can add your voice, guys, kindly keep an eye, because we invited a few leaders like Jeffrey Moloch and so on, so that if they pop in and I don't realize it, or Sister Funmi doesn't, if you see it, please bring them to our attention so that they add their voice. Right. So Marty, I asked this question yesterday. I would like you to add your voice to this. You know, Ash said on Wednesday that we are going to tweak and fine tune the quality of our founders. I know that you have said already a lot, and so much more has been said. These things need to be said in various ways. Somebody did not understand the first time. When you come back to it again, another person will finally not say, now I get it. So what does it mean? We are going to tweak and fine tune the quality of our founders. Marty?
I think, you know, like the first year, everybody's a founder until next year, and then there'll be a new price, probably 10 times what it is now. I don't know, whatever, maybe $1,000, whatever. It's still nothing compared to what we have. But I also think it's not just about money. I think there'll be a criteria, more of a criteria of what do you meet this criteria now, because a lot of founders will have the money, okay, but this never was a money game. So I think he wants to, and I'm not saying everybody could be a founder. I'm not saying that. I'm saying when in a year's time, if you don't get to this, and I'm not sure exactly how he's doing it, but has a qualification of a founder, let's say in a year, he's got a year to work on it. And I know it's not going to be just how big your team is, because he looks at people now, we all do, of what kind of leader you are and what kind of person you are. It has nothing to do with how big your team is. I hate it. I hate hearing about it. I really do. I don't like the leaderboard. I don't like to hear about teams. It's not fair for me to be compared to somebody here that never marketed. It's not fair. And we're in here because we can't build teams. That's why we're here. So why do we talk about it? So the leader should be a qualification of who you are. How do you represent the company? How do you walk, talk? You know, because some people, okay, they have the label, but you know, if you went to them and asked them something, they don't even know how to log in, some people, you know. So I think there'll be a criteria. If you meet the criteria and you pay whatever it costs to be a founder, you'll be a founder. But I do think he's looking for the comforts of the world. I think he's looking for the Bobs, the Lynn Nakamoto, Tanya, Collins. I don't want to name everybody. You know who you are. You know the people that matter. And this, Bill Musk, okay? I mean, nobody's seen Bill Musk. I told my kids, if anybody knocks at the door and nobody's there, let him in. It's probably Bill. But anyway, but I mean, nobody knows, but he's a nice guy. I talk to him almost every day.
Right.
And he does so much work. And guess what? He wants nothing for it. My opinion in this company, if you work the hardest and ask for nothing, you're a founder. If you serve other people, never expected anything, you're a founder. It's pretty simple. Because I know people that say, why not me? Listen, if you do certain things in life, and this isn't me, I'm not some kind of wisdom guy, okay? But all through the history of mankind, if you focus on others, everybody knows who you are. Ash did a story one time when he went to his father and he said one of his cousins wanted money. And I'm sure Ash gets that in his family daily, okay? But anyway, somebody wanted money. He goes, I don't know if I should give it to him. I don't know what he's going to do with it. And what did his dad tell him? That's none of your business what he does with it. It matters if you give. People remember what you gave in life, not what you took. Really, think about it. Think about all the people in history, what they gave and why we remember them. Are they trillionaires? Most of the time, no. Or what the world calls a successful person, people we remember? Not really, not always. It's an impact they made on others. So I believe if you're a large, now look, I don't know any of this for sure. I'm making this up like I wrote some kind of book, but I believe this is how he thinks, that if you are that person that focused on others above yourself, you're a founder. I don't care how big your team is. I believe that. And I believe that'll be a criteria. And some people are me. You can't do anything about it. In fact, they can't fake it. You know who does it. And nobody, I mean, look at everybody that goes out of their way. Even if, forget the team. I mean, they go out of their way. They're on every webinar. They find a lane and they grab it. They see a problem and they attack it. John Barella never gave a webinar in his life, but he goes to every chat and makes sure everybody acts right. Nobody here told him to do that. Nobody told Sergeant Nakamoto to help everybody she could find. Nobody told Comfort, hey, go out and talk to people and find out who they are. Right? Think about that. Nobody told Marcianne to be on everywhere and smile, make everybody happy. And anytime somebody wants something, she adds her wisdom. Nobody told her to do that. Nobody told Dr. Benny to be there when people need him. You do it because you want to do it. Nobody said, David Switzer, right? He gets in, I can't talk. I don't know a lot of people. Nobody knows who I am. 1 million people know who Dave Switzer is. We have people that wouldn't even turn a camera on 3 years ago. Now they won't shut it off. And they help other people. So if you're sitting back thinking, well, it's not me. The only problem you have of finding your top in this company is between your ears. It's a big enough company for everybody to soar. Really. Everybody here can soar. And it's the only platform I know that everybody can reach their full potential in their life. Because most people, my kids asked me one day, you ever treasure hunt? I said, I can treasure hunt. We were in the car and I drove to a cemetery. There's your treasure. Dad, that doesn't make sense. I said, most of the people laying 6 foot under the ground never lived no potential. It's a buried treasure. We get to do that here. I don't know why I'm preaching so much, but I should be collecting money or something. But anyway, I'm done.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Marty. That's OnPassive. You can go on and on and on and on, and everybody understands because that's just what it is. Thank you so much. So I think people hear for themselves and we know where we are. We know where we're heading to. There's still time. Plug in, do just the right thing. From what I get from Marty, the CEO is happy to give us the apples because, of course, people join businesses to make money. The money is there. But I believe that or understand that he's happy to move on with people who see the vision because he wants a dream realized, and it can only be done by, having this team around him. So guys, let's plug in and help the CEO help us. Thank you so much, Marty. Sister Fumi, are you there? All right, let's move on.
I am there.
Okay, welcome, sis. Do you want to quickly say something? You have a question? Carry on, please.
Okay. I had my old tech junior here.
All right. Okay, so he's been able to help. Thank you, Jeremiah.
Okay. So the next question here for me is, we've talked about hearing about the blog and blog and blog and blog. And many people don't even have a clue of what the blog is. They don't have a clue of where to find it. Some people said they don't know where to find it. Some people said they know where to find it, but they don't have a clue of what it is. I know we've talked about this on Thursday. We talked about it yesterday. And I just wanted more light to be thrown on that so that people have an understanding of what a blog is and what's the difference between a blog and a website. Someone asked me that. What's the difference between a blog and a website?
Yes, Sister Fumi. So a blog is just like a magazine, information about your company. Yeah, right. A blog is just, you know, information. It's like a repository of information about the company. You know, for instance, we have our blog, which gives out a lot of information. You know, there's a lot of stuff that people can learn. But let me just go back. First of all, to go to our blog, if you go to onpassive.com/blog online, it will take you there to anybody who is not even a founder. Onpassive.com/blog, it will take you to our blog, which is like our company magazine. It has information, all kinds of information about OnPassive. Okay. Or if you are a founder within your back office, if you go to the top right, you see the OnPassive logo. If you click it, that's the blog. It takes you straight to the blog as well. So there are two ways. Either you go directly on your web link, you type it in, or in your in the back office, you just click on that link, it will take you there. You know, so a website is just it's a company, you know, your presence online, you know, your website, which is your domain, as your business domain that holds your website, that stays in there. And what is your website? Everything about your company, your sales, your products, you know, everything that you're selling, about everything about your contacts, everything about your website, you know, the public facing information about your website, everything is there on your website. But the blog is just more additional personalized information about your company and more things, more information that people can learn, especially those that are affiliated with your company, to get more information. So for instance, if you go to our blog right now, there's a ton of information. There's a lot of information, like I said earlier, where people can actually learn from now. Even people who are not affiliated with OnPassive, if you go in there, you have a small business, you can learn about, you know, the importance of artificial intelligence into your business, how AI can help your business. You know, there are skills of how to manage operations management skills for free. So you go and you read them and you apply them to your business right now. Those are valuable information that are in there for us. And then, you know, some techniques on growth, how you can grow your business, secrets and things like that. And then you learn about artificial intelligence. What is our company about? We are AI. We build our system with artificial intelligence from the scratch, right? In the blog, you see, we have a category section. It gives you everything. There's artificial intelligence, there's blockchain, information about blockchain technology and all that. You know, that's where we're going to blockchain, fintech, and things like that, you know, and then digital marketing. You know, we also have a digital market. So there's a lot of information that you can learn. The blog is just like a library of information about your company. Let's put it that way.
Okay, thank you.
Can I just add to that, Sister Afumi, please?
Yes, please.
As a difference between a blog and a website.
Yes.
A blog is a specific type of website. Blogs are regularly updated with brand new content, while websites are typically static and aren't updated very frequently. So sometimes blogs are also part of a bigger website. Just thought I'd throw that in there.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay. Excellent. Thank you very much, Brad Tony and Brad Bob. Sister Comfort, over to you.
All right, thank you so much, Brother Tony. It's good to hear you. It's just that when I don't see you on camera, I'm just like, oh my God, where's he? But thank God you are here.
I'm here. It's just my camera's not working half the time.
All right,
make it work, but I'm here.
No problem at all. Yeah, just be there. Stay where you are. We know that you're here. Don't move, please. Yes. So let's hear quickly from our brother Andy. He came with his figures and gave us all the information he gave. There's something I would like him to make a quick clarification again if he's here. Andy, are you there, please?
Yes.
Actually,
so,
you told everybody welcome today, apart from me. I don't know what the thing is, but I can't help still loving you. That's the problem here. So
I can't believe I missed you.
See?
Sorry.
So, so the truth. So now let's go back to business. I apologize. We understand that this company OnPassive is going to drive targeted traffic to our businesses or to our website and so on. But today, in the course of making your presentation, you said something like, if you pay some little money, you know, you can get specific targeted traffic driven to your website. Has anything changed, or do you want
No, clearly, yeah. Let me clarify, Comfort, because we as founders, we're going to get that traffic anyway. We've paid $97, and that $97 pays for traffic, and that marketing campaign is in place and is going to be running for 14 months. If you own your own business and want specific targeted traffic, then there will be advertising packages that you can purchase to do that. But numbers is phenomenal. We have over 5 billion people that use the internet. 196 million joined the internet for the first time last year, and roughly 500,000 people a day are getting online. Okay, now, if there are 196 million people that came on board to use the internet last year, and we take just 100 million of the 5 billion people in our first year, we as founders are in the top roughly 1% of the company. Now, who in their right mind wouldn't want to be in the top 1% of Microsoft or Amazon or Facebook? Phenomenal opportunity. Now, we've closed the foundership position, but that doesn't mean to say that you can't bring in, once we know all of the further details, resellers. So again, if you look at the numbers, Marty's quite right. Some of us are not builders. It's not my forte. I don't understand how to do it, and I've done the best I can. There's lots of people who've got far higher teams than I have. But what I do see and do understand is the power of compounding. So in other words, if you did absolutely nothing and you just let OnPassive do its job, and let's say for argument's sake that it's going to give you your 3 customers in a couple of days, and then from then on, bearing in mind we anticipate taking on 100 million customers in our first year or more, but let's just say that it's going to take another 3 months to provide you and those 3 customers with 3 more customers. So it'll go you plus your 3, 4 times 3 is 12, plus your 4, 16 times 3, 48, plus your 16, 64 times 392, plus your 64, 256 customers. I can see you smiling. You got that then? Okay, so I'm suggesting in this example that if you did nothing at the end of the first year, you'd have 256 customers, but we still have an opportunity to share this business because it is a business. And if you shared it with 9 others and they joined you and became resellers for them to start building their own business, because you can still, you will soon be able to do that, and a reseller can potentially earn more than an existing founder. So let's say that you take on 9 other people that want to join you as a reseller because you've spread the word. They now understand what's going on, and all of a sudden they see the light bulb, a little late to become a founder, but hey ho. So they're now resellers, and you've got 9 in your group plus you, that's 10. So you can multiply the numbers I've given you by 10. So instead of 256, you'd have 2,560 at the end of the first year. Now just think what you could do if you simply replied to every single spam email you get with a, by the way, thanks very much for your email, but why don't you take a look at this? Who knows if you might get a customer from it? You never know, but an opportunity nonetheless. So the numbers are phenomenal. The numbers are, quite frankly, mind-blowing, because if you got 100 on your team, then you're talking about 25,000 at the end of the first year. It's, you know, where do you want to go with this? So your income is not limited. It's you that's going to limit it, not the company.
Wow.
Help.
Thank you, Andy. Before you go, and guys, the follow-up question I'm about to ask now, sis, if you permit me, Andy would respond, and Brother Tony, if you think that you'd like to chip in something, we wouldn't mind. So apparently there's a possibility at some point for people to maybe pay for extra traffic. And if that's really the case, is that opportunity available just for business people, or individual founders can say, okay, I would like a bit more traffic and I go for it, pay for it?
Okay, Ash has made it very clear that we as founders, if we want to make use of the advertising packs that they have, yes, you can buy more traffic to the extent that you want to. In a business environment, if you use your head, yes, some people have to take out, but most of us have jobs. Some of us are doing whatever to make ends meet, and so I'm sure we'll take something out. But if there's a surplus that you've got left over from the apples at the end of each month, having covered whatever's needed to be covered, then why not plow it back into the business? You're giving yourself the opportunity to get more customers coming in by giving the company some extra cash to do what they do best: drive traffic, bring customers on board. And as we've mentioned before about, and what Tony said about the return on investment, generally speaking, it's 1 to 2%. If Ash is expecting 20 to 30%, this is a phenomenal opportunity. So take it with both hands if you get the chance.
Wow. Guys, let's know how useful this information to you, because I'm just very excited, and I don't know. Did you know about this? And do you appreciate, did you find any sense? Because like, oh my God, you know, OnPassive is just, you can never wrap your head around it. Thank you so much, Andy, for your response. And sis, I'm handing it over to you.
I think I'm going to continue on that momentum, going back to what some of the things that Brad Collins mentioned on Thursday, during the OTech Bros. He says something about minimum value products leading to sales and commissions. What are actually minimum value products? And then you're talking about products also that give you compounding value. Those were words that were used. So what's this compounding, minimum value, compounding value, maximum value products? What are those, Brad Collins?
Thank you, Sister Fumi. I just want to greet everyone here, Marty Digamo, and all the great leaders in the house. Also to those who are watching on YouTube, you're all welcome. Yes, so minimum value products. I see you have talked about that a couple of times. So we're talking about value products that are ready for the market. So they are above average. Above average. So when we talk about above average, means when you put it in the market, it's better than what is out there. And when you talk about compounding, it means more functionalities are being added on those products. Because what we have in our back office now, we can say it's minimum value. But what the CEO already have, just what they've not put, like for instance, mail. The old mail that is already there is above the value, market value. But what we will see as a full-blown product is better than what we already have in the back office. You know, and the more value, as Marty Digamo said, more money. More money. That's it. More value, more money. Any simple functionality costs money. That's what brings money in every IT company. They build, they compound it, they add value, and that value means money. Whatever functions they will add, they know the customer will need it. And that is the value, added value upon added value upon added value. So that's what I hope that's helped.
Yes, it does. I'm sure everybody will understand that. Sister Comfort, I'm coming back to you later.
All right, thank you. That sounds like you want me to say something. And please, if you are watching us on YouTube, why not go ahead and subscribe on any YouTube channel you're watching in. Click on the notification bell for regular minute-by-minute up-to-date. OnPassive is now running at the speed of the light, and you can't afford to miss out on any bit of information. So Tony says, Andy speaks to my heart. He knows the marketing part like I do, and I also love numbers. Thanks for making it simple for others to get it, Andy. When my brother starts scratching it on the comment section, you know that it's standing on his chest. So I just want to give him room. Tony, do you want to make a comment, please?
I just want to, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Great. You can't see me, but you can hear me. That's good. Yeah, I just wanted to add to what Andy was saying and what Marty, I wanted to bring Marty up first. He always puts people before himself, and he doesn't realize sometimes how amazing he is. And I'm here to tell you, Marty, you're amazing, okay? Thank you for everything you do. And Andy actually does speak to my heart when he talks about numbers and marketing and that kind of stuff. I because I've been a marketer for so long. He talks about the 1 to 2% rate of sales, but we have to remember when we actually the old method of marketing, when we actually went to get the traffic, let's say for example we had 400 clicks that we just bought. Not all 400 clicks are going to opt in. Now, we'd be very lucky if we got 50%. 50% is actually huge, but I'm going to use it as an example here. So let's say we got 50% out of that 400. That's 200 people that just opted into your form. Okay. Now, let's say 1% of that buys your products. That's 2 people out of 200 that just bought your products. You can't survive like that. But now, when we're talking about OnPassive, the return on investment that Ash was talking about between 20% and 25%, let's use 20% instead of that 1%. Now, that 20% brought in 40 sales, not 2. You see what I'm saying? So the power of what we have here when it comes to traffic, when I was talking to Ash, and he answered my question about the traffic part of it, I wanted to know what kind of sources he was going to be bringing in. And he was talking about every account is going to have its own traffic source that are already guaranteed targeted traffic that's looking for what we have already. You see what I'm saying? A lot of customers, they're going to be coming in. Okay, like for example, because of the marketing that I've done over the years, if I was looking at OnPassive and I was doing something else, guess what I would be looking for? I'd be looking for traffic, guaranteed targeted traffic to my business. Okay, now I'm going to go to OnPassive. I'm going to buy the O traffic product, which I believe is the most important product, by the way, because it's the lifeblood of any company is traffic. So let's say I come in, my business is doing extremely well now because I bought OnPassive traffic. I bought the O traffic, right? Guess what I'm going to do? Now I'm going to click that little box that says reseller, and I'm going to resell the same, not the same traffic I have, but the same sources of traffic OnPassive brings in to make commissions as a reseller. So now I bought the traffic, and now I'm also a reseller. A lot of people are going to see that. You have to remember, a lot of businesses are going to come in to use the traffic, and then they're going to see the products. A lot of businesses are also going to come in to see the products, and then they're also going to see the opportunity to make money with the traffic and so on. So you see, it's a beautiful thing. It really is. And you know, we closed our position as founding members. It's just the beginning of something new. Right now we're going to be going to the world. The world is going to know about us. This is going to be, I've never seen anything like this. This is the best thing that's ever happened since I've been involved in marketing for the past 26 years, since 1996. Thank you, Sister Comfort. Back to you.
All right. Thanks so much, bro. We really appreciate the powerful contribution. Sis?
I want to touch on the compliance bit. Because that one is quite. I love the way Ash put it on Thursday, and I love the way Bob came out with it as well. So for those that don't have a clue of what compliance is, I know it's a huge word sometimes, because sometimes you have to check the dictionary to see what the meaning is. Can you explain, breaking it down, as in what does Ash mean about this compliance and the fact that, look, it's out of my hand. Whatever you do after this time, it's out of my hand. You have to face the legal team. So please touch on that. I know you talked about it when you were, talking earlier on. I want you to make sure every one of us here have an understanding of it. Break it down for those who don't have an understanding of what we mean by compliance, please.
All right, sure, Sister Fumi. So in simple terms, when we talk of compliance, what do we mean? That means there are some rules and regulations, right? If there are rules and regulations, then those of us who are involved within that organization or that entity are bound by those rules and regulations to respect them. So when we talk of compliance, we mean respecting the rules and regulations that a company or a corporation or an association that you belong to have put in place. That is it in simple terms. So for instance, we have set ground rules for behavior, how we dress, and that's just a simple example, right? Yes. You come to the webinar, keep your camera open, or if you want to eat, close it. Put your name and country. Those are simple rules that that have been put in place that we need to be in compliance with. So if you come in and you don't do that, then you are violating the rules that have been set. Simply put. In terms of the organization corporate wide, how you represent the company, Mr. Ash Mufara has said that we should not give false information. Do not sell a founding position.
I was going to come to that.
Okay. Do not sell a founding position. The company has stopped selling founding positions. And do not transfer it, do not sell, do not transfer it. The only people right now that we know can still come into OnPassive are those pending founders who, for some reason or another, maybe they couldn't make it, but they have given them that opportunity to come, and you cannot transfer that position to somebody else. Those are rules that have been put, and the CEO has come out and verbally told us not. So if you violate that, the legal team is going to come after you. If you go and try to change the email, look, the system is AI driven. They're going to find out if you try to change that email and come back, and hey, a violation to that extent might lead to your termination. So you have to read the NDA and understand exactly the kinds of things that you can do and cannot do, and what the company's recourse for that is. So compliance, simply put, is just to adhere to the rules and regulations that the company have set forth.
Okay, thank you very much.
Can I just add to that, Sister Fumi, just very quickly?
Oh, your camera is working.
Yeah, thank God it's working now. Yay, I'm happy. Thank you. Just to add to what Bob said, and he said it beautifully. The reason we have non-disclosure agreements and disclaimers, it's for long-term sustainability. It's to make this company last for generations to come. That's why. Every other company I've been involved with every other launch, don't have the compliance we have here in OnPassive. And the only reason we do is because we have a bunch of lawyers that put it together for long-term sustainability. So we're all in a great position, and we should realize and know for a fact that we're going to be here for generations to come. So we need to protect our company. That's why. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Can I just add a little something as well for me?
Yes, Brad.
When he says transfer the account, we're not talking about the mothers and fathers that have bought accounts for their kids, or those that have bought for charities. This is for personal gain. Okay, this is for personal gain, where it is illegal for us to sell a position to somebody else to allow them to become a founder. Okay, not for the transfer of something to their kids or a charity. All right.
Thank you, Andy. That's like having the MLM mentality where I buy something. I buy the positions. I bought all the positions at wholesale price. So I'm going to resell it to you and make profit from it. That is a no, 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 no. And before I hand over to you, Sister Comfort, there was something Brad Tony said there that I wanted to pick on. You know, when he was talking about NDA, most people say NDA, NDA, NDA. There's some people that don't even have a clue of what it is. You already mentioned it there, non-disclosure agreement. So it's an agreement between yourself and the company. So please, I know Brother Bob have said it, they've said it on Thursday, they said it on Friday Night Live, they said it, the Otech brothers said it, and they said it on Papua New Guinea. They keep saying it, and we're repeating it again. Please go and read the NDA. The NDA was the blue form that you signed. The NDA is the blue form you signed when you paid to come into OnPassive. That is the non-disclosure agreement. Go there, take time to read every bit of it, because sometimes I find out, Sister Comfort, you'll bear me witness here, especially some of our people, we just put our signature on things. We don't read. We don't even go back to read. So please, we don't even read first before we put our signature. And sometimes we get in trouble for it because we don't even have a clue of what we are signing and saying, hey, to, you understand me? So please go back to it, read it, every bit of it, to find out exactly what you have signed yourself into, and you need to abide by what you've signed yourself into as well. Sister Comfort, over to you.
All right, thank you, sis. Before we go ahead, we've got a hand up, Akondi P. Sampson. Akondi, are you there? I'm just asking you to unmute now. Oh. You tried, all right, perfect.
Hello.
Hi, where are you calling from, Akondi, please, Mr.
Yeah,
Akondi?
I am calling from Cameroon.
All right, welcome. Oh, it's right there.
Thank you, please. I wish to to pose a question in relation to compliance.
Carry on.
I wish to pose a question as it relates to compliance.
Okay.
As it relates to the transfer of accounts, I will be asking generally, but I will relate to myself. For I was involved in registering many accounts for many of my people who were not available and hence having their exact information and registered those accounts in my name. What becomes of it now that I have to transfer those accounts into the names of the people? Am I violating compliance there?
Thank you
No,
so much. Andy, yes, carry on.
No, Akondi. As I said, it's not for personal gain. What you've done is you're trying to help others. You have an email that you set up for them for that account. You are going to give that email across to them when the time comes. It is not for personal account. You're not breaching any rules. Not a problem.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, please.
Are you happy with that, bro? Welcome.
Oh, no, I am happy and relieved.
Oh, thank you. Correct. We're happy too. All right. Sis, do I still have a chance or you want to take over, please?
No, you have a chance.
All right. Thank you. Why not? I'm always happy to go. So, Brother Collins, if you are there, I asked this question yesterday, your partner in crime answered, and I would like to get another one from your own angle, right? From the onset, we've always known that we have 50 products, even though 50 and counting, which means they're already ready. Our ecosystem is set. But recently, our CEO says we are constantly inventing products. Is it like something new is being added to what we've got already originally, or what does he mean by that? Brother Collins, are you there?
Yep, I'm here. Thank you, Mr. Comfort. So, you know, our CEO, Mr. Ashpofara, is an inventor. He always thinks 10 years ahead of time. So we are now, in this current time, OnPassive products is already 10 years ahead, and I can say 10 more years ahead. So we're talking about 20 years more. So it's like, catch me if you can. That's what Mr. Mari Digamo is always saying. Catch me if you can. So the invention is about new technology, IT technology coming that will blow the world again. You remember he said in OnPassive 360 that the guy, one of the employee in Hyderabad just brought up a new idea, and they've already done the documentation, and now it is ready for development. Whatever, we don't know, but he said this technology, and With that information, he said, this guy, salary was what? Increased. Mr. Ashford personally gave the guy salary increment for that, because of that invention. So this is how it is. New functionality will be added to existing one. Remember, I think most of the webinar, we've always said this, the tech team have always said this. We have our own mail. So I always go by old mail, academy, old staff, old tracker. It will not stop there. Let's look at other IT company. So let's take iPhone. When the first iPhone came out, people rushed and we heard everything was just, out of stock. But you cannot compare that iPhone now with the modern iPhone, because what? They always have this continuous development, continuous integration, continuous delivery. This is where Mr. Ashmofara is going. Continuous delivery. All the old mail we have now in our back office, they say, what Mr. Ashmofara said, what is there in stock is better than what we've seen. And to me, I'll tell you, put this in the market, we'll make money. Then Mr. Ashmofara said, you've not seen anything yet. What we have is much more better, full-blown. Do you think we'll stop there? No. Additional functionality will be there, because the more function, the more money we'll get. And more different technology will come in the IT space. We know about our whole ecosystem. We know all the products in our back office. I think there are more than 20 plus. We talk about 50 plus. Maybe now it's even 100 plus things we don't know that will come into existence. We don't even know. And Ms. Ashva can just sit and say, we'll be waiting for OPAL. The moment you hear, something, different thing, that will blow our mind. All of us heard about All My Life. We're thinking about something else. But when Mr. Ashmofara explained what All My Life is, my goodness, everybody was just like going crazy. And this is how it is. That's how technology is. It is either new idea, those who be coming. Remember, we have innovation lab. Those who will be sitting there brainstorming for new technologies. And that's how it is. So it will never stop. OnPassive is here to stay. That's what I always tell everybody. OnPassive is here to stay. And for those who are still dreaming, they should wake up. That's what I would say. If you are still dreaming, please get up, wash your face, and ask yourself, because you are now in really something that is reality. It's not a joke anymore. We talk about Tony, they came just for the idea, and now the idea brought food to something else. Innovation lab, we're talking about data center, we're talking about ecosystem, physical products. We don't even know about them, but we know when the physical product will be out, or will beat everything we've ever seen. So just want to thank you. I don't know if I answered your question, Mr. Comfort.
I mean, that was brilliant. I think you did. Oh, Brother Bob is here. Of course you did, because I realized that my twin sister, Georgina, and myself, we were nodding at the same time. Yes. So go on, Brother Bro.
I know you're asking whether that's it, if we're going to add more product. Yes, my brother has said it all. And especially I wanted to hammer on the innovations lab. Remember, we have 2 innovations lab. We have one for digital products and we have one for physical products. And then we have the AI, ML, machine learning department. So he's setting us up for more to come, right? And also we have a template, like my brother Oliver always says. We have that template now where Mr. Mufara has said that if there's a need, whenever there's a need for something, we'll make it, and we have the template. So I just wanted to add that. Yes.
Okay. I think Sister Fumi has had enough of me now. So
no. I didn't have enough of. We were saying something last week. We talked about this innovation lab, and we talked about the what do you call it? The products that we've been doing, that has been done already, the ones that are being invented and the ones that are not being invented yet. And we're talking about the fact that, look, many of us need to look into it from a business perspective. For those who are business wise, it's strategic management, and it set us up for 10 years ahead of time. So it's not as if OnPassive is going to start and then suddenly we say, oh, we don't have enough product. The company is going busted. No, it's not going to be like that. So value is being added continuously, and value is strategically being added, not just being added just like that.
Okay, thank you for contributing powerfully. So you see, this woman sitting here is speaking from both sides of his mouth. On this side, she's asking questions, and on the other side, he's making contributions. What is it that we don't have in OnPassive? Thank you, sis. Thank you so much. So have you got a question, or do you want me to quickly pick up another one?
Pick up another one.
Okay, there's always something, right? Brother Oliver, let's look at this together, please. Tell us something. When our CEO, Mr. Ash Mufare, says, we are dream and hope enablers and not only beacon of hope, right? I'm just paraphrasing, but that's what he said, that we are not only a beacon of hope, but we enable dreams and hope, right? What's that? What comes to mind? What do you think what message is he sending home?
Why are we not? Look at the beautiful, handsome 1.455 million founders. With that leap of faith, we took people like Tony Mong, Marty, that will be here since Peter Rogers, that will be here since 2018, 2019. Because of that leap of faith and hope, we are here. And they went through all this storm, ups and downs. They took it. And we were in that journey. We came and met them in the journey. We continue with the journey with that leap of faith and the hope. We are here today. And with the milestone, we worth more than 5.5 billion that we've not even gone to the market. The Burj Khalifa building, 2 floors. Look at the tech guys in Hyderabad. We have the 196 countries that have already accepted us. 120 currency and 60 payment method. Those are big milestones. Our products alone are going to speak for themselves. That are going to be the biggest. We are the eagle that we are up there flying. You come, we go up. You come, we go up. So we are at the top, still going up. We are really at the top, still going up. So when we start selling, as the CEO is saying that it's at the corner, we'll start selling. They'll be jamming our doors. Traffic will be jamming our doors. We tested our system. Like my brother said, they just said, we tested our system for the last 2 weeks. People were like coming in. Our savers were just looking at them that we are going nowhere. Stabilize, scale. You know, our data center from cloud, multi-region, on-prem, which is in the house, hybrid, fluid, dynamic. Name it. The world is going through economic recession. But guess what? Like the CEO told us last week or a week ago, that OnPassive will be gaining. A lot of companies will not be able to pay or to still get their software the way they want it. Because of what? It's too costly. And they'll come to OnPassive to come and buy from us because our CEO said that it's going to be affordable, unlimited. Google announced last year that they'll start selling their storage. Those founders, those customers now will come to OnPassive. Why? We have unlimited. Our email is spam free. Yahoo, Gmail, AOL, MSN. They're all with spams, junk, folders. Tell me who will not come to OnPassive. Tell me. Tell me. So that hope and that faith that we took all through, the time has come that, you know, we at least, well, we started celebrating a long time ago.
Right.
We started celebrating. So I want to thank everybody that we did it, we made it. Thanks.
Thanks so much, bro. Thanks. Over to you, sis.
I can't thank everyone enough. Thank you very much, Brother Oliver, for saying as much as you've said, because it is not just not just the hope, but we've been here. There are those that have been before us, and you know, there's so many of them here. It's so good that they're here, and you know, the way Bra Mati talked about the way he felt on Wednesday, and I'm sure Bra Tony, Bra Peter, Sister Corina, so many people that have joined since 2018 will be feeling much like that. Our CEO is not just telling us, he said he's been saying it, he said it over and over, and he repeated it on Thursday, that you should dream bigger.
Right.
You have a dream, dream bigger. Yourself and myself have an understanding to an extent of what that means, but we want everybody else to know what that means. What is he saying there? That means you have a dream. Brad Tony, for example, we've talked about buying shoes, Auntie Lynn, buying shoes, uniform, catering to those who have disability. You understand me? Those are dreams, and he wants us to dream bigger. If Auntie Lynn had been dreaming of helping maybe like 4 people or 4 families that have disability in whatsoever way, she should dream bigger. Turn it into 10, Auntie Lynn. Turn it into 10. Brad Tony, if you are wanting to buy shoes for 1,000 children, so that they can go to school with, shoes on their feet, make it 3,000. That is what one of the things our CEO is saying. So you need to increase your dream. So if you have a dream, OnPassive will help you to realize that dream. If you have a dream that is a little bit like this, like the Bible says, Sister Comfort, isn't it?
Right.
A mustard seed. You need to make it bigger.
Okay. Sis, I really want to borrow the microphone now, because there's something here that's let's quickly have a look at this, guys. Thank you, Sister Fumi. You're the most dynamic person that I've ever had in my life, right? I really appreciate all that you do. So let's hear Peter Rogers. You are here. He hardly speaks, but he's got a lot to deliver, and go for it right now. On Wednesday, the CEO said things used to be conceptual, but now they are factual. So Peter Rogers, you have been here since 2018, you and quite a few founders in the house, and you are the right guys to tell us exactly, because you have the exact picture of what he means. 2018, how did it all start? How has the journey been? What comments do you just want to make? Over to you, bro.
Thank you. Great webinar. It's great to see all the leaders here and obviously saying what they're saying. I've been involved in it since 2018, and this OnPassive is completely different to what we first set out. What Ash had in his vision to start with, this is a completely different. What he thought he was going to start with, basically, and obviously the amount of people that's got involved with OnPassive because of the vision and having the trust in what Ash has been saying has been phenomenal over the 4 years. I mean, when I got involved, there was only about 2,500 founders involved, and and we only had two video recordings really, with what Ash was trying to explain in his vision. And over the 4 years, obviously, this has progressed to what this is today. And what Ash is saying about, dreaming, everybody's got a dream. And the thing is, through life, people's dreams seem to shrink because they try and achieve the dreams and they get knocked back and they get knocked down, and they try and pick themselves back up. And they try and stretch again, but they just can't quite get that, to that dream. What Ash is saying now, obviously with what we've got here, you have got the platform to get those dreams. And, I've got dreams. I've always had dreams. I've always had goals. I'm in business. You have to have goals in life to put yourself forward. And, obviously with what my dreams were with OnPassive in the beginning is completely different to my dreams, what they are today. But I know what's coming, but I really don't know what's coming. You know what I mean? And it's phenomenal, and I'm sort of taken back by what's happened over the 4 years. I don't really speak a lot, but when I do, I get stuck for words because, from the beginning to what it is now, then to what it is now, it's just a big contrast, if you know what I mean, of what it is. And so, you know, that's all I can really say, really.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
I
Thanks.
just add to that, Sister Comfort.
All right, go ahead, bro.
To what Peter said, only because I go back to 2018 and I relate to what Peter is saying. At that time, we were just going to be a traffic marketing source, a company. That's all we were going to be. And after listening to the videos that Ash was presenting, I did a little research and I found out a little bit more about Ash. And Ash was a genius at building lists. Okay, this is a man that built a list of 850 million people. That's unheard of. Okay, so I know for a fact, this is how confident I am. If we actually stopped back then at 3,000 founders, I know for a fact today I'd be making 7 figures a year or more. Okay, so if I know for a fact that I'd be making 7 figures a year and more, what do you think my confidence level is now compared to what we have as compared to what we had back then? I mean, we're in a heck of a lot better shape now, right? So the chances of making that kind of money that I'm talking about, it's inevitable. It's just a matter of time. Thank you so much, Sister Comfort. Back to you.
Yeah, sure. You're welcome. Let's hear from our guardian angel. That's how I call him, Mr. John Barilla. One time I asked him, "Are you not sleeping?" He said, "No, I'm walking around looking for trolls." I said, "Oh my God, thank you so much." Welcome, John. Just tell us, how has the journey been? Just say something, please.
Well, I don't have much to say, and I'm on a lot of webinars. I've heard these folks talking quite a bit, especially lately, and all I can do is sit here and I know so much now, at least from what we know, let's say that, and you know, to me to come on and say anything about anything like that, I'm like, oh, don't even bother. But what I do say is, it's obvious that our next phase, where we're going to, really one of the important things I'm hearing is that one place we can always go to and make a good friend is our back office. And I think we all need to get into a habit, or more of a habit. I don't know what folks have been doing, and going to our back office more than once a day, really, 2 times a day. I mean, I go more than that, but it's the place that we're going to have much more information, the accurate place for information. I mean, a lot of these webinars are wonderful, especially this one's one of the ones that you do get accurate information. But what I'm saying is, Ash is kind of telling us, you know, really plug into that back office, start to use it, start to see what's going on, because things are going to be happening, and we're going to get a lot of information from there. So I'm just telling people that when I come on to say hello these days. And about the trolls, though, I could throw in real quickly. It's just been pretty good lately, I have to say, because even today I've been on the YouTube chats. I've been trying to multitask because I was also co-hosting here, try to let people in, try to go to the chats, take a look at those, come back here, listen to you, and I think I'm okay. But you know, sometimes I'm like, what am I doing? I'm trying to do 3 things at one time here. Relax. Anyway, but I think it's been great lately because I haven't had any little confrontations or had to like find anybody that's inappropriate. And I don't think any of the YouTube chats in several of the webinars I'm not going to speak too quickly, but for a couple of weeks, there's just no bad guys showing up or bad people showing up. So it's good, isn't it? Anyway, that's all I have to say. I just want to encourage everybody to just hang in there, just keep paying attention and enjoy what's going on right now, because we're moving to a phase. We're in a very good place and we're going to a better place. So that's all I have to say.
Thank you so much, John. Thanks for always being there. Sis, I've sent you a private message. While you work on that, please kindly let me talk to a few more people. I saw Marcienne here. I'm not sure if she's still around because I've been looking. I can't find you. Marcienne, are you in the house, please? All right. This is because I know that she's one of the ladies on fire. I just wanted her to make a comment on something that our CEO said on Wednesday. And if she is not here, I actually wanted the lady to speak, in the house, because the men do work. Let her speak. Marcienne, are you there, sis?
She was in the house.
All right. She's in the house. I can see.
She'll definitely come back when she's ready.
No, she's in the house. Can you unmute her, please?
Oh, sorry. Whoever is seeing her should unmute, please.
Oh, thank you so much.
Correct. Hold on. Yes, welcome. See, so let's see. Look at this. The CEO says, this is bad news from the CEO on Wednesday. These are his words, though he started by saying bad news for you when I took this down. So he says, if you have a dream and you think you're going to achieve it without OnPassive, then you won't have a chance anywhere. We know that you are one of the ladies on fire. What do you want to say about this statement from the CEO? Sis.
Thank you so much, Sister Comfort. And our COO is correct. He is very right. Because this is the only company in the whole world for history, and you will never have it again, that will give you that chance. So if you cannot seize it now from this company, you will go to your grave without leaving a footprint in this world. I don't see any other places that you will ever have what we are getting now in the price of zero. Where in the world are you going to have a company that you join and you have 1 million plus family around the world? Only that is already something that you will never buy it. Where in the world are you going to have a company that from zero you become anything you want to be? You will never have that. Where in the world, or whoever is this person that is going to ever and ever come up in this world and have his self-fortune and tell the whole world, get it and get as much as you need. You will never have it. So he is right. But nevertheless, if you were not lucky enough to become a founder, stay tuned for next, because our company is here and nobody will be left behind. He said it. He said it. He have closed the door for funding position, but don't worry. Don't worry. You still have a chance to come, like we used to say, from the window. You know, in school, when you used to be in school, if you have like a 9.075 over 20, they will give you what they say they pass from the window side inside the house. So you are not among the best, but at least you are in. So get ready to yourself for the next step. Stay tuned. We are coming to you. We are coming. We're not going to leave you out. Just get ready and come in from the window and you're still going to be in. You will never find this around the world. Our company is built with love and compassion. And that's all about. That's what we are here for. Our company is here to uplift the humanity. You will never see that. You will never. So he's correct. Please, if you are not in, stay tuned. Thank you so much, Sister Comfort. Thank you.
That's big. If you are not in, stay tuned, because Mr. Ahmufare says nobody will be left behind, and he means every word. Thank you so much, Sister Marcian. Sister Fumi, are you ready?
I didn't get that message.
All right. Check. All right. Check on here on Zoom private message. I left you a message. Thank you. There's always something. While she goes on that, guys, let's quickly look at something. I know that we need to round off, but there's one quick thing we need to do. Let's just enjoy this, because after this, we don't know what the CEO will assign us to do as from next week. I will never have this time again so much to say anything we'd like to say, right? So bear with us, bear with me, team. I think there's every reason to be here, right? So Brother Vincent, if you can also comment on this. We pick things that people say and come back to you know, do whatever we want to do here, make sure that it gets down the throat of each and every founder. So our CEO says founders wondering if they'll be able to afford the package or not. The good news for them is that this company was meant to improve on their financial situation and not the other way around. Can you just add?
Okay, thank you, Sister Comfort. Yeah, that is a very good question, because our CEO said it, and then this man has a heart of compassion. So the meaning of even to create this company is a compassion. So humankind. So he's here to help. He always said nobody will stay behind. Nobody will be left behind. We'll all jump in. He will find a way, and then he has found a way already for everyone to be in. So we should not worry about the money to pay. So you find a technical way for those of us who cannot afford for the money. Maybe you say, okay, $200, and from people from some countries, they cannot afford to have that money. He will find a way. He can find a different way to people to get in. So we should not worry. Everyone here should not worry about the money. The CEO is a wonderful person. He has a good heart. He will find a better way for those of us who can have the money to get in. So this is something he has done. And then he always keeps saying that nobody will be left behind. We'll all get in, and then we'll get in the right time. So no worry, we should not worry about that. And then think positive that it will help all of us. And then we'll be all in that boat. So thank you, Sister Comfort.
Wow, thank you. Thanks so much. Thanks. We appreciate that, our brother Vincent. And Sister Fumi, are you ready now, sis? Yeah.
Didn't get that.
It's all right, but okay then. Okay, let's just go ahead. It's very fine.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, that's the good thing that we're both of us, and let's keep on keeping on, guys. I would like to use this opportunity to call on our brothers from the UK. There is a serious event that's going to take place here on the 2nd of July 2022, and we're barely a couple of days away from that event. And I would like to call on our brothers, Brother Andy and Peter Rogers, to tell us about this event and give us as much information as you can concerning the venue and everything people need to know, please. Andy, would you go first? I'd rather have Peter Rogers
yeah.
Please.
Let Peter go first.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, okay.
No problem.
Great. Yeah, we've obviously got our first ever UK event, mega event with OnPassive. It's going to be held at the Bank House at Worcester in the UK, and just in Worcestershire. And we've got lots of stuff going on. We've got Red Fern. He's going to be doing a sort of a presentation of the business. We've got these guys here, Collins and Vincent, who are going to be doing a product demonstration. And then we got Fumi and Comfort and a load of other big leaders, Patrick McGuigan, Andy, Burks, and obviously myself, and you know, a few other people. Obviously, it's going to be there. It's going to be talking about different aspects of OnPassive as well. It's going to be streamed on over 40 YouTube channels as well. The venue starts at 5:30. So if you are in the UK and you are a founder, you know, try and make the effort to try and come along, bring somebody with you. And you know, we're going to be obviously explaining the value of the products and the value of being involved in OnPassive and what it can do for you as being a customer, because obviously we can't share the foundership anymore. So it's going to be a customer thing that we're going to be sharing. As I said, we're going to be streaming over 40 YouTube channels, and we're hoping to have, well, we know we're having Hash Mafaro is going to be coming on and saying a few words as well. It's going to be a mega day, and we've got a lot of things going on. So I'm going to pass it over to Andy now. You've probably got a few things that I forgot to say.
Thanks, Pete. I think you've covered it. All I would say is if there are people that would like to come along, if you'd be kind enough to message me via WhatsApp or via Facebook and what have you, just so that we know the numbers. Yes, all of us are doing something a lot on the day, so all of the leaders here that are in the UK will be attending. So please come and join us. There will be a Zoom for everybody else to come and have some fun along the way, and hopefully we'll get some more information so that we can add on the presentation that Red will do. But thank you very much. If you can let us know, I'd really appreciate it.
I just want to add to that as well. Obviously, with what Andy was saying, that there is a lot of things that's going to be happening on the day. At the moment, with the venue it can hold up to 500 people. I think we're looking at the moment about 170 people that's sort of confirmed who's coming. And obviously, what we're doing is obviously streaming it on Zoom, and we obviously got the likes of other leaders coming on the Zoom and and saying a few words as well. You know, Mike Ellis and Dan Street, hopefully we're having them on and as well. So, and you know, some of the other big leaders. And Tony, I hope you're going to come on and say a few words as well. So, you know, it's going to be a great event. It's going to be a great evening, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to meeting all these founders that we see a face, but we don't really know. You know, as a lot of you probably know, me and Red did a live stream in the week. It's on my YouTube channel and on Red's. It shows the venue, and you know, go through a bit of detail. I haven't seen Red for, although I've worked with Red all the time, I haven't actually sat down with Red for about 20 years. So it was a great time to catch up with him on that venue, at that venue. So it was great, and we had a bit of a laugh. So it's the same again. We want you guys to come along. We want to meet you, and it's going to be great fun. And so got no more to say, but that's, you know, great.
Peter, can I just interrupt you just for a sec?
Yeah, sure,
I've got in the chat here. May we have your contact, please, for our invitees, Andy or Peter?
Yeah.
I don't know what he means by that.
Sure. You can look me up on Facebook. It's under Andy Burks, BERKS. My name's up on the top here. I'm reluctant to put my telephone number in here, but if you want to give me the person's details, I'll send them a private message. That's fine.
If you go onto the YouTube channel to the UK and Ireland YouTube channel, you can contact myself there. My email address is on there. Also, as well, if you go to the UK and Ireland Facebook group or the OnPassive Nation Facebook group, you can either email me, I'm on there, and you can also contact Red and some of the other leaders. They can also pass the message on to us as well. So.
And by the way, Peter, I wouldn't miss it for the world. I'll be there with bells on.
It's going to be a great.
I've got to see Tony.
I know, it's very exciting. We can't wait for this day to come. I can't personally wait. So guys, buckle up. Actually, Peter, I can assure you we've got more than 170, because I've got at least 2 people who have paid their flights or their train and so on, and they're coming. But I say, give me a list of names and so on. They say we are coming, but they are not giving me names. There are a few more people. But then guys, come on, come, let's just meet face to face and have this.
All I could say is that I'm being contacted hourly. I've already had one in the last 20 minutes.
Right.
So I'm saying there's about 170. I know there's going to be a lot more there. These are just basically people that's confirmed. I know there's a lot of people who are trying to get hotels in the surrounding area of Worcester. And so, yeah, I know it's going to be a busy event. It's going to be a great day. And
all right. Okay, guys, thank you for your patience. It's not like the UK decided to hog the stage. It's just that we are very excited about this great day. After all, it's for all of us. So wherever you are in the world, don't say I can't be there. If you've got a friend or family member in the UK, tell them all roads on the 2nd of July lead to Worcester Bank House Hotel, right? So check on us on Facebook, YouTube, anywhere you find us. I think my phone number is all over the world. I don't mind. I do answer some calls. So go ahead, please. We just can't wait to meet you out there. Thank you so much. So Sister Fumi, I'll hand over to you so that you finally hand over to Sister Leslie.
What will be the EST time for our event if it's starting at 5:30 p.m.? Someone's asking in the chat.
Just 5 hours ahead,
yeah.
I think.
Well, we're myself and Red and some of the leaders are going to be there on the Saturdays, probably from midday, because obviously we've got things to set up. I've got banners and posters to put out as well, and there's going to be a lot of. I know there's the hotel's already full with founders who are going to be there, who's booked for a couple of nights. It's going to be there at the meeting, so you know we'll be around from sort of dinner time on. So if you want to come along, the more the merrier. It's going to be a great day.
As in, what is the EST time? Anteline, can you help me with that, please? Because I don't know how to do this conversion.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah, EST time.
12:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, it's 5 hours in between. Yeah.
12:30 Standard Time.
I've actually put a link for the event actually in the chat, so people can pick that up.
Right. That would be helpful.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. So that's it. Thank you. Okay. That's sorted. So thank you, everyone. Thank you to all the leaders. Thank you for answering all the questions. Thank you for the questions. Thank you for those that have asked questions in the chat box and for those that have asked and answered questions in the chat box. This is where we call it a day for ourselves. So Sister Mama Jocelyn, over to you, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Gosh, you girls rock a lot. Thank you. That was amazing. Also, I'll add something to what our UK leaders just said. If you are in any of our Heroes platform and you want to attend, please contact any of us, myself, Sister Comfort, Brother Collins, any of us, just contact us and we will add your name to the list. And it's going to be wow, first ever. So please, you can travel. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be in the UK to attend. You can travel wherever you are coming from. You still got a few days. It's Saturday. Come on, let's celebrate. Let's come and let's enjoy together. We don't want to celebrate it alone. We want to enjoy with you guys. So please do your best to attend this very, very good event. Thank you very much, guys. And as we said, we are in a very, very, very busy time. So please do your best to attend all the webinars, especially to tomorrow's one roundtable. And then do check your back office for any webinars that is coming up. And we will all see ourselves again next week. So at this point, we're going to unmute ourselves. If we can unmute everyone, guys. And then we are all going to, first of all, hold on. First of all, I would like us to give a very big clap to our tech team and our CEO. They have done a very brilliant job. Come on, guys. They deserve it. Come on. Wherever our CEO is and the tech team, we just say a big thank you to all. We love you guys. You have done a very brilliant job. You have put some smile in our faces, a smile that will never leave us forever. We thank you very much. So let's go on then. We are all in it to win it. Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
We are all in it. Enjoy your Sunday.
We're in it.